all I got. Okay. Next concept is just, this can be an entire SKBC class just like primary, secondary, tertiary can. Baits and fakes, right? This class is awful, right? So we've talked about moving our feet a little bit and not doing big moves. We've talked about primary, secondary, and we've kind of thought about it, we've fucked around with it, right? Now, how do we move people into that primary, secondary, tertiary game, right? How can we start that chess match of like, I go here, you go here, right? So I'll use JP because he's short. You need a sword. Right? So, bait versus fake. There's a lot of different fakes, different styles you can do. I like pump fakes. There's body fakes. There's eye fakes. You know, there's like fucking, you know, like movement fakes. Tons of fakes, right? You know,
get creative.
Baits a lot easier. Hey, I put my hand down low. Nee. I sword and board. Maybe show a little bit of shoulder, right? You're baiting the opponent to attack you into a predictable pattern, no matter what. A fake, you know, you're basically going, hey, grr, moving his hand up, throwing a shot, and then now you can start that predictable pattern. He has to block here, throw here, right? That's kind of the dumb version of fakes and baits. So, just to talk about it a little bit, y'all, we'll do what y'all tell us to do, right? What are some fakes I could do single sword versus single sword, since JP has that are effective that y'all like to do?
Tip fake.
Faking inside.
We got a swirl.
Helicopter.
Okay, helicopter. How do we helicopter, Selena? Huh?
Oh, yeah, out of it.
Right?
Pump fakes.
Right? Boom, that's a good one. Works all day, baby, right? Why does it work? Grr, I'm threatening, I'm scaring you, because this is every Antbarger's favorite shot. We throw over here, boom, they're scared. They have to block it or I'm taking their arm and they're dead, right? So boom, all I throw over here. I don't move my hand too far, because that gets me out of position, and now I throw over here. I keep my hand in space. Turn it, boom, my hand still stays in guard. That's a great one. Anyone else have other great shots?
The exact opposite one, faking the back body.
The exact opposite one, that's pretty good too, because sometimes people overextend their guard because they don't like getting hit in the boob, right? I don't like getting hit in the boob. You throw that one, maybe with some authority, some scariness, the same way. You throw it the other way. Your hand never moves in space, you still have guard. Pump low, go high, like, huh, huh. This is your move, not mine. Oh, here, yeah. Less effective in my mind, because what's it do? Kind of telegraphs, but what happens to your guard? She goes out of the window, right? Bing, bang, boom. Ah! Please hit me, right?
I like to have more than one fake, like more than one move from a fake.
Yeah.
On that inside, outside, because inside low.
Inside low, inside high, inside pump fake, throw back. More advanced stuff, right? Throw that, fake that pump fake, come back into guard. They freak out thinking you go to the other side, throw it again, little double, good shit.
Ooh, I got one. Freeze fake.
Freeze fake?
We're like, I'm gonna swing. Oh, ha.
Finish it off. That's an off-time shot. Also, very good. Still keep your hand in a semblance of a guard. Very nice. Fake stabs. Fake stabs. They're good, but they get dangerous, right? Because they're a little too telegraphed.
Blade bead, like doing this, hand occupied, loosen it, slide in, and go for a stab.
Blade beats are fun. They're a little more dangerous than what we've all talked about, but they're still good, right? Right? And now point the sword, finish it, right? But you get scared because a lot of people, the minute you engage, fight's on. So you have to make sure that they're frozen and finish that shot, right? That's also a very good one.
Oh, I got another. Slip stab.
Slip stab. Where are we slipping and stabbing? You show me.
Like, I'm coming in like a really hard attack here,
Yeah.
and you're like, block it. And instead of that, I pull back and then stab instead.
So you scare your opponent with a fake so hard that they go out of position, and then you go underneath them.
Yeah, and you don't even swing this. Yeah.
With a little drop shot into a stab. Not bad, not bad. If you throw off the fake, it's fucking good.
I do a fake, hold my sword down.
Okay.
Use it to load. And then just come over.
You're pump faking down, right, and then throwing. Also a good one. Keeps your sword in guard. Sees if they're scared of you jerking. Very good.
So you're doing it.
Yeah, you were like
Yeah.
ground up, and I was like,
But you still have
Like
your,
what he's saying is to do
I didn't
this.
go through the thing. Yeah, go so low.
I was
Well, if you
ready
still,
for the example.
yeah, stay in there.
Oh,
Body fake to
damn it.
right. Keep your hand centered and
Damn
spanning. And then when they move, you just go for a shot.
right. So
The foot fake.
Yeah, hip feint.
I call it
sure, yeah, they take over. Because like I say, there's a ton of fakes, right? These old blade fakes, you can fake feet. You know, she was just actually saying, she's like, she actually just a lot of what we've been doing, y'all just said, a lot of pump fakes, a lot of this, back, pauses, all blade fakes. You can also throw your shoulders over. That's the basis of the money, right?
Fakes have their face.
Yeah, Frank.
That's one that Tisco was always complaining about people doing.
Hey, guess what? You know, if I put my foot back here, I'm gonna spin. You know, because if I put my head here, oh, I'm spinning, baby. You know, it works. That is a fake. I've seen people do it. All of us is pulled
Hey,
off.
oh,
You talking about the counter spin? Oh no, if you're coming here and you know the guy's a spinner, but like this is like the tell for a spin's about to come. Yeah. And so then they don't spin, they just hit you. You're like, we're fucked up.
Well, like, I was getting somebody in EH where I would put it back there and it would turn back around.
Yeah, and that's like the counter. They're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna spin, and they do this, right? You're like, oh shit, they're gonna spin, and then they, you know.
so
Okay,
our,
so all of these are very, very, very good examples of low-level fakes to some higher-level fakes as well. A lot of fun. It takes some time to get used to because you need to kind of understand your body's mechanics and your own speed. Because when I started learning fakes, this is how I faked. Are you ready? Yeah. No, that would never work. That didn't work against Seth. He just kind of went like, you vibrated at me, and I just hit you, and I was like, well, that hurt. You know?
So he'll teach you.
One of the things I like to bring up is they should all be a shot you actually like, don't be like, this is going to be my fake, even though it's something I never throw.
Yeah.
That's why this one's so effective. Everybody high cross.
Everybody high cross.
They believe it.
Yeah. Exactly. What about the stutter?
I would actually say it's people more know that you're selling the tell of the shot,
Yeah.
right? Because it's a tell that people are reading that lets you know what's going to happen. It's not like for shots, the tell.
Exactly. So what Glenn's getting at is kind of the point here. Is the basis of a fake is everything that y'all just said is part of a shot, right? It's the beginning of something. That's the scary part. So your brain, after you've learned how to fly it, right, really good to a newbie, is the minute I do this, that's the start of a high cross. You like that? Yeah. Pokemon Go time. Pokemon time. The minute I throw this fake over here, oh shit, he's coming to my hip. Beginning third of about the shot is how far you go on it, right? Raw. That's it. I'm not gonna come to here on a fake where I have to bring my hand all the way up my back and throw something else, right? So that's kind of like the hard part. You're figuring out figuring out your timing, figuring out like, well, how do I start the fake? How do I do the fake?
How far do I go?
Yeah.
How safe is the fake?
How can I make it a fake, right? Like, I'm probably not very good. And so that's what faking is at the basis of it. How to kind of like try and get better at it. And like I say, this is a whole SKBC class that I've condensed into 15 minutes. So obviously I'm missing some stuff here, but we like whack. Baits. I'm gonna make it real short, real easy. Fighting JP. But come over here, what am I doing? I move from a center guard to an outside guard. I'm forcing him to either swing center or swing to my left, right? And I'm going, fuck you, you have to. Grr. And now I'm predicting that fight. I'm making the fight turn into something, right? In the same fashion, I can bring my hand over here. I'm saying you have to swing over here, right? I'm blocking this entire side of my body. So it's either here or here, and all I know is I'm coming over here, right? That's the basis of baiting. Sword and board, you're fighting here. If you want to bait him to throw this shot, right? Open your hip, right? If you want him to throw over here, just bring your shoulder down a little bit. Use it to your advantage. Start the fight that way. And that way, when they throw over your shoulder, you just chop them in the arm. They throw down here, you hit them over here, hit them in the back, right? While blocking. So baits, you just open up yourself, use it to your advantage to start primary, secondary, tertiary. Does that make sense? That's the good part about it. You use it to your advantage, right? Baiting. The bad part about baits, there's an absolute bad part to baits. JP, go ahead and bait for me. Go ahead and block it now. Okay. What does JP have to do when he's baiting his arm, right? Cool, it's there. I'm gonna throw at it. He has to block. There is no choice in his mind. He has to block, right? So if he's leaving this open, he's Florentine, whatever, and he's like, hey, come get this, right? You know the position immediately when his hand comes up and blocks it. This is where the fight starts, right? That makes sense? So instead of giving a crap of like, oh man, he's got that bait, oh man, what's gonna happen? Just think to yourself, what's primary, secondary, tertiary from this position? Because that's where the fight's starting, right? Other bad part about faking. If I throw a pump fake at him, if I throw a fake at him while he's baiting, he still has to block it. He has to. You know, he can't just be like, just leave it down. He can't just leave it down if I throw a pump fake over here, right? It's gonna get him killed. So if I pump fake him, I can still throw a shot coming behind my fake, and his guard has to go that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that makes
I like baits because I feel I have enough speed to do it. But if I'm fighting, say, Petronicus, he's got a little bit of speed, and I have my hand down here, he throws a pump fake, my hand has to move over here. So now I have to rethink that fight from this position where I'm a little more open, right? So baits, you can make them predictable, but downside is they can make them predictable. You know, you're predictable.
Double-edged sword.
Absolutely. Yeah, if I'm sword and board, right, and I like baiting the shoulder all the time, it's my favorite thing to do ever. That's my absolute like primary and probably secondary thing I'm blocking right now. All the time I'm like, please swing at it, because I'm blocking here, I'm blocking down here, and I'm like, all right, I'm giving you this, but come on. And so when you throw something else, I'm like, ah, tertiary, fuck, you know? Make sense?
Yeah.
Question. Baits are a lot easier.
But it doesn't have the same.
There.